the Islamic Sharia. As for ikhtilat and free mixing in Islam, then it's haram and it's not permissible.
The Sheikh say when they talk about the beach, he say we just get for stick to what the Islam say. For mixed man and woman, them this is not correct, it's haram. So that enough for mix, enough for the body.
And the Prophet ﷺ mentioned serious ahadith that said that from the end of times, people will be mixing together and zina will be seen out on the street and everything. And from that, the scholars mention this shows the impermissibility, the haramness of mixing with women.
The Sheikh say the Prophet ﷺ by the hadith, one of the signs of the last days, now that people in the mix, man and woman in the mix, and the bamboo is spread, bamboo is scattered all over the place. So this don't show say this particular thing that we haram for man and woman in the mix, extra man and extra woman in the mix together. This is something haram.
And this is what one of probably the addition, as you guys been talking about tadayyun before the class. This is one of the fitan here, that it actually starts from the culture. Because you see in the culture, a boy is okay for him to talk to his cousin, somebody that is not his mahram, and he mix and he speaks to her and he gives salam to her and maybe he hug her and he shake her hand and all of this. All of this is not allowed in Islam, starting from the family. So you need to start teaching your children from a young age that this one is you're allowed if she's his auntie, if she's his mother, if she is his grandma, and that's about it. But as for the other women, then they are separate. You give them salam from far and that's it.
The Sheikh say, just like the topic will be the discussion before in the coming for can't start the class, where they talk about the lack of proper Islam or proper deen. They say some of the things the way they cause them problems in the culture. The culture where people, they say for example, some of the cultures them they get the Nasir business, not so. Somebody they say na cousin this, na ex man and woman na cousin this, they play with them, with the rasul time, with the shaking hand. Some they say who are they say na sister. Not so. It's common. But really, in Islam, marriage boundary not between them two people. So therefore, it not get rights for make it touch in hand, for play with them, for adult and secret, for make it go. No, it not get the rights. But this thing is common. People will take and say this is not culture. This. So now make it depending on them. I make it quick no more. Some tea about the cause problem.
Nah. And therefore, going back to the book, the Shaykh rahimahullah, he said all of these three things, we mentioned natural, we mentioned religious, and the final is practical ways of finding happiness, meaning doing certain things that you find happiness with. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he taught us as well in many a hadith to show us that a person does something that is beneficial for him. إِذَا عَمَلَ أَحَدُكُمْ عَمَلًا فَلْيُتْقِنَهُ. For example, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, concentrate on what benefits you, and many other hadith as well, which we're going to come and approach to show that the Prophet ﷺ is encouraging to do practical things to get your mind off the worries and the problem.
The Sheikh say the third point where they mentioned, where the Sheikh mentioned, for say, now when they get solution to problems, number one, and Islamic, number two, the natural, you don't get example for the other two. Then the third one are the practical means. Now that made the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the hadith, he said, if any of you they do any work, let it try for do and find. This when you concentrate for do work, you find out say if they pull the mind from them what is them. But when the brain idle, the person should do nothing. Now they make always remember what you don't lose, remember them problems, remember this. But if you concentrate for the work, then even in another saying they say, let person concentrate on waiting the benefiter. Let you concentrate on waiting the benefiter. If the person concentrate on the benefiter, they get work where they do, when they clean the outside they go, when they clean the outside they go do the business, we go find out say this is occupy the mind. For make not just left and free to any kind of they bring them stress, they bring other things there.
And the Sheikh, he said all of these things, these three, the religious, the and the natural and the practical, they only combine for a believer alone.
The Sheikh said then three things there. Now only believer and able for use them. The religious, the natural and the practical means for get happiness. Now the believer no more now gets all three.
And the non-believer, he will only taste one.
They all not believe, now one no one get.
Any of them, but he can't have more than one. Maximum maybe even two.
If he said he possible not to believer, he gets 10 or 10 or 2 he will get out of them 3 years.
And that is because of the ayah, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا.
Sheikh said that now because of the ayah where Allah said, anybody will turn him back from my remembrance, I will get tight living.
And then the Shaykh after that he said وَأَعْظَمُ الْأَسْبَابِ لِذَلِكَ وَأَصْلِهَا وَأُسُّهَا هُوَ الْإِيمَانُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْعَمَلِ الصَّالِحِ. Good deeds and righteous deeds and iman in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The Shaykh said the most important and the greatest means for get happiness now for believe the Almighty Allah you want.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says as evidence for this in Surah Al-Nahl, مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا مِنْ ذَكَرٍ أَوْ أُنْثَى وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. So here it has the dalil, like Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, السعادة مشروطة بشرطين الإيمان بالله والعمل الصالح.
Now this ayah na ina the dalil for sure say the greatest means for get happiness now for believe the Almighty Allah. Say the Almighty Allah don't tell me say anybody will do good work, man or woman or you not only stop by this good work. Then in a believer, that person there, the Almighty Allah say he make them get good life, he live sweet life of comfort. Allah they make it easy for them. Now I make Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. He say this they tell me say happy life, sweet life. It connected with two things that I make. If you see one thing drop, the other one day, then you know they get happiness. Number one, na iman, na for believe Allah. Number two, na good work. Then 2 things here, we possible now. Okay. When then 2 things they are there, now in they make somebody get happy life. If you not to that, it not go easy. Let this person get happy life. Yes,